That's what I be doing. No, I just used to y'all said
from London to the Bay. It's hammer, gold hammer, every hammer, dirty hammer. And the rest is on its way to justice.
10, 9, ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Take it to the stars. How many people you know can take it this far?
Now, like, wake up to my cash out or some shit. Like,
If let me, because since the camera's
I know
on,
you got a lot of people you got to take care of, but if you hit it for like 15 mil,
if I went 15 mil on the lottery, this is what one heck of an introduction. This might make or break a lot of things in life. If I win 15 mil after taxes in the lottery, how much would you wake up to in your cash app? I'm asking for clarification. Is this
let me clarify. How much would you loan the brother? How much would you give him, brother?
now I'm lending like I'm a lending
How much would
officer.
you give me, Chris?
What do you need?
No. I'm not. Listen. How much would you give me?
Whatever you want.
No.
all right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put these shots up real quick. This week we lost
Wait a minute.
the Kembe. Now y'all niggas can't discuss their money in front of everybody.
Why we can't? I make sure you was good. You wouldn't have to pay no mortgage.
What's so good? What's so good? Like, I don't even know what's so good. Like,
You have to pay no mortgage no
You
more.
wouldn't have to pay mortgage. No more.
Nah, that's not what I'm talking about. Mortgage is good. Like, what's some good? Like,
I'm a throw a duffel bag. You would
I don't need a
have.
duffel bag full. Don't come with all ones in a duffel bag. Like,
Are you feeling like $1 million brother?
No,
Oh, okay.
I don't need $1 million. I wouldn't dare ask for $1 million. I'm thinking like 150.
150,000. That's all you want?
That's all I need. Like, you got other stuff you got to take care of in the world. Like,
Oh yeah, you can get that.
now kicking it with dads because it's for the community. It's for the community. Look at $500,000 because you on the board. You know exactly what direction of the money going, right?
Right. I would definitely make it a donation for tax purposes. Absolutely.
Okay, go ahead.
Are we done? Did we settle that?
We're done.
Okay. Sorry.
You don't know how much I give you?
How much you give me? I ain't want to ask, and then the show go off. But go ahead.
I mean, you said 150 good, so what make you think you're supposed to get?
I asked you if you wanted $1 million. You was like, no. I would have wanted $1 million.
Next to you a lot of the time. So
You
75 grand.
Oh, okay.
I got you, bro. You know, take it. You know,
Mm-hmm,
I'm not greedy. I'm totally logical thinking.
so how much am I getting? If you win the 15 million after tax lottery.
I mean, you know, like I'm not the eye for eye type. But like, you know.
But what that little sister,
though, right?
what that little sister fund look like? No.
You're not good at 150?
No.
What?
I love that you're humble.
$250,000. That'd be good. $250,000.
I could be okay with that.
And we running next to each other. That's another 75 grand.
Because I don't have to pay for food. You got it.
Food, like trips and stuff. We had to take the conferences and stuff. Like,
What about the car I eat the food in?
Like that gotta come out to like the.
No, that's not about my.
Yeah, what you want, bro?
It's not my little sister fund.
I don't want anything, brother. I want you to take care of your children. Set up a college fund for my babies. I'm good.
Oh man, that's dope. That means he gonna talk to me off camera.
Yeah, that's a real humble answer.
Like,
I don't want that. I want you to do that, but not out of my.
He be like, the pool need a cover.
I don't want you to take that out of my money though.
No,
Do that, 'cause that's just getting them extra things you choose, the niece and nephew. But for me though,
Hey, grandma.
that's Gigi out there. We got the yeah, you got to teach me about that. We got to talk about that. Okay, so we're gonna negotiate those later. Okay.
Let's go. So I saw that people behind the cameras and the makeup artists, everybody doing everything for us behind the scenes. We really appreciate y'all. Y'all people just do so much, and y'all don't even get recognition. It goes unnoticed. It doesn't. So we appreciate y'all. Carry on, Chris. I'm sorry.
It's gonna take a lot more than 150 of my lottery winnings because Herc's gonna need a lot of mental assessing.
I'm good.
Little medicine.
I need a Planet Fitness membership. That's like what?
They never end. You can't even cancel it.
You
They
can't
take your
even
money
cancel
even when you go. No,
No,
they never end.
You gotta do some.
they got you wrong. They
gotta
got
write an
you.
essay, give a blood sample, and all that.
You
Because
do.
when I said I wanted to cut mine off, they cut mine off.
No, they never do. They never do.
They cut mine off. They did. They got you for
They
your
like a
bread.
bad ex. You never leave. And if you see my socks, you see them. But listen, it's been one of them days where my feet are out and I'm comfortable. But listen, today we are talking.
Sometime today.
Apparently not a just what. Take that out of his money. Got an attitude.
Sometime today.
Listen, today there's a lot of things we want to talk about. First of all, Ian definitely wants us to take a moment to acknowledge, which I thought was a really sad story. I didn't know he was gone for 45 days before his daughter found out that she was out there about that. Like some of his family found out on social media with the rest of us, and that's heartbreaking. But we are going to salute the man that took us from good times to coming to America. The one that left Flo and got married and to send his daughter to Zamunda.
He was also a security guard on Players Club.
He was. Check your tone and keep your hands.
Let's do it again.
That wasn't his line.
No, that was the other one, but he was one of the cops.
And let's do it
This
again.
man like an English teacher with a red pen. Great day.
Listen, after watching the debate, people get fact checked, and I don't want that to be us. I want to make sure we put out good information. No fake news coming from CTS.
You're the
podcast.
fact checker.
Exactly. That's why I had to tell you that wasn't his line.
And take us into it.
I forgot what I was gonna say now. And RIP to Dikembe Mutombo. Boom.
Oh, Dikembe did die too.
Yeah, we lost two great black men, man. So
And they still left us with Diddy.
We lost somebody in what's the other guy?
and they still left us with
They still left us with Diddy. All the angel calls they did, and they left us with Diddy.
we got 120 new cases.
They said the oldest person is 30 and the youngest was 9 years old.
Damn.
Wait.
Yeah, what they said? Wait, did it now?
Diddy got caught with a 9-year-old.
They said Diddy got caught.
They said the youngest person that
Caught
is,
doing what?
I'm not gonna say caught.
I was gonna say caught doing what?
I'm gonna say they said a 9-year-old.
is a part of the sexual
part of
assaulting
that.
case. So at this
So
point,
he's sex trafficked.
they're not. So right now, they're not even saying who he's trafficked
All we know is a 9-year-old
is
has a
involved
sexual assault case against Diddy.
against Diddy. So at this point,
Yeah.
Diddy's assault cases go back to 1991.
How old was you in 91?
Not big enough to be at no Diddy party. But if you really want to know, I was in the first grade drawing Christopher Columbus. Didn't even know he ain't find nothing.
You wasn't in the first. Go ahead.
Yes, I was. First of all, I was only born in 85, Pawpaw.
She wasn't born.
Just because you were going to the prom, Elder Rex.
Listen,
In 91, what was I, 8 years old?
that's crazy though. Diddy got 120 more cases.
120, bro. 120.
And y'all think I'm crazy for not being 121. That's why I try to tell y'all. You remember I was passing out flyers, man.
I'm leaving.
Limousine pulled up,
I was leaving.
pushed me in my chest. I said, P. Diddy. He said, ooh, I thought you somebody
You
else.
ain't never hit by no P. Diddy.
I'm gonna get me a case out there. I'm serious. Like,
I mean, is it a goal of yours?
I just
It seems to be now. You worth a Billy.
it works with Billy.
You want that 15
man
million, don't
said
you?
more money,
Don't you
more-
want the 150,000? Wow.
The man
Damn.
said more money, more problems. I'm just saying.
That's crazy though.
It's kind of hard to say that when you creating a problem.
Right.
Well, he is the problem.
I'm just saying.
At the end of the day, let's be clear.
Allegedly, I mean, like, but they got tapes. It's no more allegedly. It's like, how bad?
I'm glad that you said that, Hurt, because I'm gonna tell you something that in
Tape
our
don't mean
community,
shit.
we do not like unless you show us a video of him doing it. We'd be like, no, but they're lying on him.
Because we gotta.
But they could really be monsters.
Yeah, that's
but-
guilty to prove it innocent though.
Yeah, that's
Like,
how
we
you
giving
supposed to
them the
live.
benefit of a doubt.
We try to.
We try. We've seen him
That's
guilty.
a lot of people said though.
Don't mean nothing.
I know there's a lot of people who got
Everybody
a
ain't
lot to
lying.
lose providing that type of intel.
Everybody ain't lying.
Everybody ain't lying.
Everybody is not lying.
Not necessarily. A lot of people could be lying.
Like
a lot
Diddy.
of people lying,
I'm just saying.
but everybody ain't.
Everybody said Jesus wasn't Jesus.
We
You don't
know
even
that
believe
they're
in
lying.
Jesus. You don't even got a Jesus piece.
We know that they're lying. However,
I'm just saying.
we
Everybody
also
said it.
know that
Everybody
Diddy is
said it. Is all
lying.
I'm saying. Everybody said it. Even the niggas who seen him walk on water said he wasn't Jesus. So That don't mean nothing.
Yeah,
Just 'cause I'm just saying it just because everybody said don't mean it true. However,
you got tapes.
this nigga's in trouble.
They got tapes.
They got tapes.
They got they have a lot of proof.
Man, they had a tape on R. Kelly too. And that nigga made a new album. That don't mean shit.
Well, and now he's in
Nah,
jail. Sorry, did he?
And I hate to say this because,
America's
but tapes
Most Wanted,
don't
ain't
mean
it?
shit. We've seen a lot of black people killed on tape, and them motherfuckers go home.
That's correct.
So having shit on tape don't mean a goddamn thing.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of black people get murdered on tape.
I'm just
the other people go home.
Yeah.
We don't see a lot of black people on tape and they go home.
But this is a black billionaire.
This
He
is a
gives
black criminal.
everything we all know. If the money is right, you can get by.
With so many entities and big business involved, because if you heard the new prosecutor, they said we're not here to take down names of celebrities. Said those are small fish. Those are tadpoles. Said we're after insurance companies. We're after pharmaceutical companies.
That's what they need to be
we're after like. So my whole thing is like,
but you need money to go after these people.
Yeah, but yeah.
And I don't want
they're the feds.
I don't want this sounding in no way, shape, or form that I'm trying to defend it because I'm not. I think it's a piece of shit.
No. You're saying be open minded to the outcome.
Yeah, because
I'm saying they have so many evidence against it. Like when the feds come, is really that's.
I mean, I feel you.
You know,
I'm just saying tapes don't mean shit.
Did it.
I'm not saying he's innocent.
And the stuff that's coming out bit by bit, I think that the trial itself is going to be highly depressing. But in other news,
thank you, because that wasn't on our topic sheet.
It wasn't, but apparently he's like breaking news. Like when you do church announcements, just an update on the Diddy trial.
It's
he
like
did it.
It's almost like the OJ trial,
and he did more.
We want to let it die, but every time we come back within a week span, we get.
See, they put that out this morning after the debate last night.
Yeah, I think it's
kind
of
funny.
funny.
To the debate, how bad Vance got his ass.
I think it's kind of funny that they're doing it around debate time.
Hey, can you
It is a distraction.
In a moment.
That's why you don't take shots with her. Show is babysitting. But go ahead. In other news,
boy, I try to tell you. It be
you were saying in other news.
I was saying in other news today. There's a lot of different things that have popped off in the news. A few of them, one of them I really want to get into because even though they did throw us with the Diddy situation to around debate time, it also comes at a time where there are a lot of potentially life-changing things happening. Like one of our topics tonight, which we'll get to eventually, what's going on the ports. That strike is powerful. And I actually have, we'll get there because we're going to ease into it, but I actually have someone who's going to call in that actually is a truck driver who picks up loads from the port, because I didn't think that, I know when the ports go down, if we're not getting goods shipped out to us, that it will increase our prices and many other things as consumers.
Who calling in, James?
Where did we listen? You gotta screen these people better. You know that, right?
This man, so who called in? James?
How the hell did we get
not James Keefe?
How about Earl? You got what's my man name? He run the big festival here every June. Jamal.
No, but Jamal was one that chimed in on the post about
I'm just
it.
Saying, you talking about
I would have loved Father Time to come on, but it's a
he got to go to the port to get his new shit.
I didn't realize how many truck drivers, if you deliver from the ports or pick up, you have nothing to pick up, so they're out of work. They're not making money. Let me say that same thing, but it's so many different things that are impacted from this. So since you said we could start there, we'll also talk about, it's getting cold, cuffing season. And then we'll talk about, Alabama had a hell of a game. I was like, oh, poor Georgia.
Hell of a games this past weekend.
It was. It was. I was like, oh, poor Georgia. Then I was like, oh, look at Georgia. And I was like, damn, Georgia.
Poor both of them.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
Yeah. We're gonna have, it's a sports moment, cuddles moment. But before we do that, after we survived, and I hope, again, if you're in the Carolinas, if you're in Georgia or any surrounding areas, especially Asheville, if you know anyone in Asheville, my hearts and prayers go out to everybody impacted by this storm. This weekend was nasty. Greenwood got hit bad too.
Yes.
Augusta got hit bad.
Greenville,
a lot of people just got their power back today. You said
a lot of people still don't have power on. There's a lot of people off in Main Street off in Burnsville that don't have power. Period.
Broad River took a heavy hit.
I can't even get my beard shaved. My barber don't have any electricity in there.
And that water that came down from the mountains that flooded our lakes and rivers. So it's a lot.
Nashville, I think a whole road got wiped out. Right.
something like that.
Asheville
Yeah,
had
a couple
whole lot
bridges is
going
down.
on.
No, Nashville, Tennessee, like going towards
Has our water level started
Where's
going
your
back down yet?
Yeah.
yeah, it did. And God bless all those people who are out there without electricity and those who were affected by the storm. Our prayers
It
are
was
and thoughts
bad.
are out with you, but it's serious. I mean, a lot of people who think it just because they didn't have any power out, they forget those who do have the power out. And,
Shout out to Metro Smokehouse and Curbside Addiction. They gave out free food today for people
Shouts
who
out
were
to Roger
suffering.
Brasley as well for formulating that over there with the Eau Claire Shamrocks. You know, EC, we got it together. But everybody who's just lending a helping hand. Shout out to Brian Myers. He's also over there giving out free meals as well. So everybody who just in the Midlands area just lending out a hand, salute to you.
It's a rough things. Thanks, Joe, for that. Drove around spots in NC, and they're in some deep shit. There's a lot of places. It's unbelievable. And the storm really took us by surprise because it's never gone. Well, we're not used to storms coming inland like that.
No.
The coast, for the first time, you're not seeing Myrtle Beach and these places complain about what they got going on.
Right.
It came 350 miles inland
came
and
for us.
just wreck shop. It was bad. And there were a lot of trees down, a lot of people impacted. Children in some districts are just going back to school. Some still cannot go to school.
Right.
Mine going though.
Right. That too.
You and your James Evans parenting.
Listen, you see them. They knew how to act when James wasn't around.
They did.
This
They
storm was
did.
big though. This storm was real big. It put a lot of people on pause for. I mean, whether it's the route you go to work, whether it's your everyday living, with your electricity and everything. Like it's serious. I think we it was 17 to 19 casualties. It was not.
It was 25.
It's 25 here, but
casualties.
in
It was
total
25.
between the different states, we're well over 100 and some odd, especially in some places in North Carolina. They still can't find their people. They're not declaring them dead yet, but they cannot get in contact with them. They're assuming they might be, but it hasn't been official because, like you said, some areas got wiped out with that water pretty bad.
That's crazy.
So, again, our thoughts and prayers out to everyone. The generators are getting in and getting out real fast. Everybody's like, you ain't gonna catch us slipping no more.
And fellas, they say it's a surplus of women.
Thousands are missing. Thanks, Joe.
Hardware shops getting these generators.
It sure is.
Where are the men?
At home.
You know, get off the video game, bro.
Women are out there getting all these supplies and all this stuff. I mean, of course, you got men who live in their own house, like single men out there taking care of their stuff.
Of course.
But
Shout out to those men.
A lot of women have been handling, let me get us ready for this situation. It's wild.
I mean, this is time, like I said, everybody needs a help hand if you can. Lend a help hand. You never know how the blessing comes back to you. You know, it could have been your house, it could have been your car, could have been your route to work, or it could have been your loved ones, you know, who got unfortunately killed through the storm.
And even with the storm situation, which is where we brought to bring somebody in to talk about it, this port stuff, as if we are not already in the stores getting all of the groceries, all the water, all the toilet paper craze hit again recently. Gas is a big one.
Right now, if you're not getting to the gas pump right now, you about to be asked out like thick stripper, because I mean they're running out of gas for real. I mean, I went to what's that Spinks right there.
Mm-hmm.
They had no 83, 87, 93 or whatever the hell they call it. Like they had none of that. They just had the paper up there. So like it's almost at a panic level.
Oh, it's beyond a panic level at this point.
Beyond a panic level.
It's beyond panic.
I mean, I gotta get gas when I leave here. And I put 20 in it when I heard everything was going on.
I'm glad you were prepared.
I use a Kroger card, you know.
Jesus have mercy.
It got pretty heavy on the grocery this week. So
but it's seriously. I see people with trucks had 15 or the 2-gallon canisters filling them up while people were waiting in line. It was
Brandon,
bad.
we got you up.
It's crazy. It's crazy, man. So I mean,
I can't hear him.
Yeah, I'm about to unmute his mic so we can hear him. Probably. Okay, so you have to unmute it yourself on this one. I'm gonna see if
You didn't tell me we had a guest star coming in.
I did. I tried.
You said
to let
call
y'all
in. This ain't a
know.
call in.
This is a man on camera.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you too. I see that you're unmuted right now. Can you hear us really well?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Awesome. I'm gonna need that headset. I know that it's not up here because I don't like to normally wear them, but I'm gonna have to hear them to see it.
Why can't we hear him?
Okay, where is it?
Now that question is good for everybody.
Why can't we hear him like bro said?
Well, then go get all three if you want to.
No, I mean we can't hear him on the
I'm about to. Yeah.
Technical difficulties, y'all. But mid topic while we getting all this set up. Cuffing season is in session.
I don't want to throw cuffing season out there and just cut it off real quick. Man.
I just want to throw it out there.
Cuffing season.
Cuffing season.
Well, how many
season
more
8.
weeks do we have before it get cold?
In South Carolina, there's no telling, brother. I'm just saying. Last Thanksgiving, I had on a short sleeve shirt with no jacket, so really no telling.
I hope I'll be late.
All right, Brandon, speak to me.
Yeah, can you hear me?
We can hear you very well.
Breaker
Thank you so
19.
much.
How you doing out there?
People see him is the question. Oh, they can see.
Yeah,
him?
they can see it. Brandon, we appreciate this. I know when I posted about the port situation, you reached out because I didn't realize how it impacted truck drivers. But you actually go down to the ports on a regular. So we wanted to ask you more because there's a lot of, unfortunately, since the storm, there are a lot of false information online, false posts, fake FEMA information, fake everything is out there. But for people who actually have seen it and dealt with it, that's where our questions come to you. This port strike, what does it really mean? Like, what's really happening and who is it impacting?
Well, personally, I can't work. So, because what I do is I take product to the port to be shipped out like all over the world. So I can't do anything. As far as like, you see people buying up toilet paper and water and stuff like that. Right now it really don't affect us like that because like a lot of the water that we drink, like bottled water and stuff, is made here in the US, the toilet paper, things like that. It affects like car parts, cars get shipped from overseas, things like that. Certain fruit, vegetables, stuff like that, like bananas and things like that. But the things that people are buying right now.
Oh, it dropped him out. He's coming back. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the things like that, it really doesn't affect.
So it's not impacting the stuff that's bringing the panic along just yet, or is it not going to impact that stuff at all?
Probably in the long run it will if it, takes a month for them to get an agreement or whatever. But right now, no.
So are you anticipating being out of work for about a month?
I'm hoping they make a deal by the end of this week. Because like I said, I'm not working, you know what I'm saying? But you never know with these things. I think the last time they had a strike, the president had to jump in after like 11 days. So hopefully it doesn't last that long. I heard they had they were close to an agreement, but the union didn't agree to it. So they're still trying to negotiate, but hopefully it doesn't last too long. But you never know with the unions and things like this. So.
I heard you say the president jumped in. So when the president, he pay attention to something that's pretty much is pretty big. How much of a detriment would this be on our economy if this pursues on for, let's say, another 2 to 3 weeks?
The things I've read was saying that like it's a couple $1 billion a day that is costing the economy. Each day that the port isn't running or the ports aren't running, it backs everything up like 7 days. So,
damn.
So I just don't understand that these poor people.
So 11 days, like 77 days?
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah, dog.
Yeah.
And that's what I don't understand about the strike. Like, if it's gonna cost you $1 billion a day or $2 billion a week, wouldn't it just be cheaper to get these people to $3-4 an hour that they asking for?
Because they maybe make about $5 billion a day.
But still, nobody wants to lose $2 billion a day.
Of course.
Well, part of the thing that they're not agreeing on isn't the money because they came close with the money. One of the things is the port workers don't want automation, so they don't want. They're afraid they're gonna lose jobs, with AI things doing their job on the ports. They testing it out in like California, and it's working like overnight or whatever. So they don't want to lose their job. So they're trying to get that put into their contract to where they won't lose their jobs if they bring in this automation. But I think that with them striking, it's just gonna speed up that process of these, the people that run the port, creating these gadgets or whatever that can run the port without people, so that they won't fall into this again.
Because they not the machine ain't gonna go on strike.
No, it won't.
AI is gonna wipe out, like they say, the human race.
It's about to hurt a lot of people, man.
Yeah,
it is. It's got a lot going on. Is that the same situation that happens with truck drivers as well? Are they looking to do a lot of AI with that also, or
no? It's just going to automatic trucks, opposed to the 10-speed or the higher speeds. But everybody's going. Is it true everybody's converting over to automatic trucks?
Yeah, for the most part. Like I won't take a job if it's not automatic now. So is easier on you as a person driving, especially like when you have to deal with traffic. But if I don't have to, I won't drive a manual shift now. You know what I'm saying? I started out like that, but I won't do it now. But I think this is a little different because but I think it'll create jobs for people in the tech world because it's a person that's got to fix those, got to fix that machinery or whatever. Somebody that got to program it and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day when somebody made refrigeration, the Iceman was out of a job. The milkman was out of a job because you could put all that stuff in the refrigerator. He didn't have to come around. So with changing technology, people got to change too. And it's only to make things safer for us. But, hopefully this negotiation gets done quick.
I know there's a bit over your pay grade here, and I mean no disrespect by that, but how much of an effect you think this might have on the election that's going on right now? Do you think it's a coincidence that the strike is happening, or they're trying to impose this AI effect on the dock workers around election time?
I'm kind of on two minds. Like, one side can't use it as far as like saying, well, this is why we don't need unions, because one side is against unions, period.
Right.
So they can use that, but then it could be used also with that side to see, well, they not getting it done with the unions, so vote for us. So it's real tough. But everything that happens in an election year, people blame it on the election. You know what I'm saying? So
that's the gospel truth. Now you ain't lying about that. Everything that happens, we blame the election for. But it's so much going on right now between the storms and the ports. That's why the stores are having all this panic situation. I feel like we're gonna be out of stuff, but everybody's scared that they're gonna look up and not have enough if something does go left.
Right. It's scary hours out there right now.
It is. Well, we definitely appreciate it. You gave us a lot of insight. I didn't know until Ian mentioned to me about the automation side. I mean, I knew you said automation was an issue, but I didn't know that their issue was they're fighting not to have it in their contract. Like if we come back, you can't have automation, which as a business owner is a tough place to put. I put it in contract. I won't do this, but I need this to advance my business.
But see, and they're not gonna do that part because I don't, like you said, I don't have to pay the machines. I have to pay the two dudes who know how to fix in case it go down. I ain't got to pay all 20 of y'all no more. You know what I'm saying? That automation, and I showed you the clip.
Yeah.
Where the one working out in California, they had like 20 to 30 of the machines picking up those containers.
Connexes.
Picking up the containers, bro, and putting them on the back of ships and everything. Like they not gonna need y'all. So this is getting scary for people who work on them docks.
That's scary for people working on docks. And let me ask you another thing as far as the drivers. Is it beneficial now to get a CDL? I remember one point in time it was getting oversaturated, including with the box truck game. Has that decreased or has that increased? And has this had an effect on that?
It depends on like what area in driving you get into. So like, I used to do like food delivery for like the companies that go to like restaurants and stuff like that. That industry, that part of it, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna always need them. You make good money. It's hard work, but you make a lot of money. You're home every night. Certain areas like the rates are low because of brokers and other people taking like lower rates or whatever. So certain areas is not as lucrative as it was like at the beginning of the pandemic. Like you mentioned box trucks. Like a lot of people was getting box trucks back then or whatever. But now that's kind of slowed down with the rates and stuff like that. So it just depends on the sector. I would advise somebody to get in the tech world and not drive a truck because you're gonna be on the road. But I won't discourage anybody not to do it. You just gotta get in the right sector at the right time. It's just like any other business, you know what I'm saying? Getting in at the right time and in the right area.
Have you been to one of the ports where they already have the automation going on, to where like it's a machine that loads the container onto the back of a truck for you?
No, all of the ports I've been to, it's only been people. I've been to they have 3 in Charleston, one in Savannah, and I've been to one in Wilmington, and it's all people. So that hasn't made it to this area yet. So, and
all the ones you just mentioned are on strike right now.
Yeah, all of them up and down the East Coast and the Gulf, the Texas, Louisiana, all of those are on strike. I think it's 45,000 workers.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's a lot of people, bro.
It's a lot of people.
That is a lot of people. So, do you know anybody who go to automation? I'm asking this question. I want to know because is it faster loaded with the automation, or do you think it's faster with the people doing it? Part of it.
It looks slower with the automation because I probably saw the same clip that you saw with the docks out in California.
Yep.
It looks slower, but with the automation, it's a steady pace all the time. They don't have to take lunch breaks. They don't get tired. The accidents probably once it gets all the bugs ironed out, probably not any accidents, things like that. I've almost been on. I'm sorry.
No workman's comp.
Yeah, no workman's comp. I've almost been in accidents myself with some of the workers on the port, driving fast or whatever, moving a container. So those types of things, I don't think it'll happen as much. But I see where they're, angry or upset or whatever. But I also can see the other side of it from the business standpoint. So, but I just want to get back to work. So whatever y'all do, I want to get back to work. That's it.
Well, we're hoping that everything gets back in, but we definitely were like, we appreciate you coming in because one of the biggest things is we don't understand some of this stuff when it happens. We hear it, you see it, but if you just watch the TikToks or the media or the news broadcasters, it's a panic that comes into place because everybody is telling you all of these terrible things that could possibly happen, or they're giving you these false updates. So like you said, the false panics happen in the stores and everything, but the reality is this may not come to pass until much later. So this is appreciated because at least it helps us understand a little bit better.
Yeah. Well, thank y'all for having me. My little bit of knowledge.
No, thank you. We appreciate it, Brandon. We hope that you get back to work as soon as possible.
Yeah, enjoy the long weekend, and then you back to work on Monday, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah.
All righty. Have a great evening. Thank you so much.
All right, y'all too.
Bye-bye.
Say, champ.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It is.
Crazy.
There's a lot that happens.
Work.
Yeah, and he's just one of a few.
But see, I didn't even think of it affecting the truckers.
I didn't either.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't even think of it affecting those people. Like this one strike is affecting more than one, just their industry. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like these people going on strike is affecting a lot of other people's businesses and livelihoods. And he don't even work at the dock or the port.
No.
Yeah, it trickles down. Like I said, it rolls downhill.
That's bad.
It rolls downhill.
That is bad. Y'all got to make something happen. They got to make something happen.
And you feel bad because on that same token, yes, you say they got to make something happen. Something's got to get better. Something's got to shake. This can't stay like this. But on that same token, 45,000, that's the people that are on strike right now. So if you think about it, if they get automation, let's say they convert completely eventually, 45,000 people are without jobs. 45,000 people that some have been working for 18 and 19 years in the thing where they're approaching retirement. This is all they know. Not everybody's computer savvy. Some people are just good with their hands and they know their jobs because that's all they ever did. What happens when that amount of people become jobless?
It becomes a battle between AI and mankind.
I told y'all before this AI was gonna fuck.
Yeah, because that's a lot of people thought it was gonna be war with like robots. We haven't got to that point yet.
Hopefully we don't ever get there.
Hopefully we don't, but it's gonna come against the people in the government because they're trying to push AI. When you push your AI, you push a lot of jobs out. Y'all think we had a lot of jobs to leave the country, and we had a lot of jobs issued out and contracted out from other continents and other countries. Like it's gonna be crazy because this is gonna be internal. This is like almost like an entrapment.
It is, because when you think about it, I was telling a friend of mine recently, we were talking about the AI impact, and they were like, computers are the way of the world. That sounds great, but think about this. If you are a person that processes loans, or you are a person who enters data, or anything that a computer could do 10 times faster, work all night, does not require holidays, health insurance, any of the things that a person has. They don't even need
bathroom breaks.
At all.
That's what I'm just saying.
They can go around the clock.
It's getting crazy.
Then it's going to, the only thing that I question is, it's going to give you more production, way more efficient. But the people who spend the money that you're trying to help make it, what happens when they're not working? You put 45,000 people, and that's just in one industry.
No, you put 60,000 people out.
It's chaos. There's got to be chaos because, what X said when the dog hungry, he gonna eat whatever's there. Like, you're gonna go out and you got to make a way. A lot of these people aren't thinking straight because, like you said, that's all they know. But we don't know the pressure and the responsibilities that are on these people back. And so some of these people wouldn't do anything to make sure that they get on their straight. You know what I'm saying? So It's gonna be crazy, man. Like
But
it's
you
it's
keep
gonna be
saying
a
the
battle.
45,000 port workers. There's another 15,000 truckers who ain't working.
No.
You see what I'm saying? So it's not just they
Not only that,
45,000.
it's another. Let's say if it's 15,000 truckers, let's go ahead and chop half of that. Let's chop half into half. Let's say it's 3,500 stores that are without product.
That's without product.
So you talking about shelf life? You talking about consumers within communities
Yeah.
not getting that stuff down? Like I said,
Hours
it all
and
rolls down.
hours in Walmart and Sam's about to get cut.
Right. That's
I'm just. This is wild.
yo. You think you ain't got nobody that registers at Walmart now? I guarantee you, in about a week or three, everybody will want to work that damn register to get
Yeah, best believe
that
it.
job security. It's about to be crazy, man.
I mean, that's another automation they're doing right there. Self checkout. You taking away people's jobs just doing that.
Or if you go to Checkers or different places and it's not a person asking you your order, it's a system.
nah, that's in Burger King and McDonald's too. now
Yeah.
That's what I'm
they
saying.
already got it. They got a kiosk for it.
AI is
They're killing
rocking.
us. They're killing us.
And again, we just getting into the good part. Like it ain't got serious
Nah,
just
we
yet.
get into the early part. It ain't
Go
there
on,
ain't no
take and
such
get me
thing as
another
good.
certification. This shit getting scary.
It's getting scary. Listen, I don't know. Like what jobs can you go for besides AI, besides engineering? Because after a while, you just gonna be able to just
Artificial intelligence is one of the most fastest rising industries right now. Do you know? And I know, I mean, I'm just because I'm looking into it, the amount of money you can make because the machines have to be programmed. They don't program themselves.
Right, of course.
So the person who's
I'm a
behind the
programmer.
scenes, the systems programming these systems is going to be massive. But you know, before we start
That's
working for
so
Spacely
scary.
Sprocket,
Though that's needle in the haystack. Because I want you to understand, like for the 1,500 people that it took to be on a job to make sure this plant run, we've now condensed that to like 150.
Right.
And they just run over the
they
programs.
just go over the machines.
So you talk about 10% on a decrease, not 10% on the rise. Like,
And that's bad.
and that's bad because it's gonna happen simultaneously throughout the world, throughout the country. And you know, if you want to see what's going on and you want to get a glimpse of it, pay attention to China's technology and economy and see how they're so efficient. Like, we just got to be careful with what we are trusting in. Like, America's tricky, in my opinion. Like, if we go to these other countries and they say, well, the healthcare is free, and we have to pay for healthcare here. If you go to these other countries, they don't serve the food or the ingredients we got because they don't want to pay the damn healthcare.
They ain't paying health.
They want to make sure that you're good, so the doctor bill won't be as high. So when you say it's free, if you're healthy, hopefully you're here for a flu shot or a cold.
You ain't gonna be here that often.
Right. And whereas in America, like, yo, this is dope. We're gonna stretch it out, put that fake meat in there. That it causes cancer. I know, but we got the best doctors in the world. We got pharmaceuticals, and it's all reversed. So like, we just got to be careful what we're investing in, what we're stepping into, as far as the future in right now.
It's so many different parts to this that are kind of, when you think about it, even when you were talking just now, of course, you know, I bet they felt that way when horse and buggies went out and cars came in.
Right.
I'm sure they felt that way, like he said, when the milkman went out and refrigerators came in. I'm sure they felt that way when cash registers advanced, when these jobs like AT&T workers that used to actually take stuff and plug them into ports, and then it became an automated system. You calling in for customer service, making sales. But this one is about to replace human functions to the 10th power right now.
It's Chris. It's dangerous for the drivers too. They already talk about automatic vehicles.
Yeah.
They're talking about drones delivering stuff now. Like,
I've seen Domino's.
we're on the cusp
I've
of
seen
this.
Domino's and Amazon little cars in other cities delivering
right, like
packages and
it's
pizzas.
already approaching.
Like,
Like,
you already taking away delivery drivers?
look at China.
A nigga can't deliver a pizza no more?
I won't lie, with the amount of stuff that happens, like on the truck driver aspect of it, from a business standpoint, a lot of truck drivers to keep
Facts.
up with the level of deliveries, how they go from St. Louis to Atlanta and all these different places, they taking Adderall, a lot of them are drug addicts, a lot of them go through a lot of stuff to keep running all night long. That system can do it without it. I don't know the level of accidents, but 4 or 5 computer systems in an accident, nobody's dying unless they hitting somebody like in the
people
cars.
are dying. Sis, I want you to understand, not to cut you off. At some point in time, and this is bars, the medicine becomes the drug.
I agree.
So the medicine that had you calm to work through this distress and the rest through all this process, you have now become dependent upon it because you just need it one point in time for 2 hours. Now you need it for 8 hours because you're out of a job. So now you're about to get overdosed and your tolerance level go up. And once you can't get that, you hit the streets. And one thing, no matter what the government does, the black market is always thriving awake.
It is. It's so many different downfalls to what's coming. And the scary thing is, whether we discuss them or not, they're on the way.
They're on the way. They're here. They're here.
It's rare you're going to see 15 and 16-year-olds inside of the companies now at the cash registers. They're going to start putting these systems there.
But they already, and I want to understand like this. They're already doing their stats on this, where they're saying the generation, what is it, X or XN or Z, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're coming in, they're unprofessional, they're not prepared.
Customer service sucks.
Customer service sucks. They have no personal skills. And they're not able to convey and hold social conversations. That's the thing that's going on, because everything is so quick, fast, because it's so animated. It's already up with technology where no time and no sweat has been put into it. So these companies are seeing this and they say, I'd rather get a robot.
Yep.
Who I don't have to worry about the attitude, being late, hearing about how your car,
entitled.
you lost your keys, your tire got flat, and you feeling entitled. And I don't have to give nobody a title.
I don't have to give nobody nothing.
I don't have to give nobody a shift manager.
Nothing.
Region, I could just sit here and push this button. Blue and red and green, they all think they're the same color, as long as they function.
Even AI has it now, which I thought was wild. You don't have to hire a marketing or a spokesperson anymore. There's AI generated people who can do your commercials and stuff for you. So then that brought up other questions. Since we're talking about cuffing season, all these dating apps and all these different things, these advertisements, everybody's following.
That's when it comes dangerous, because that's not AI.
Well, it's a lot. Some of it is though.
A lot of it is.
That's
a lot of these AI
that's really
generated,
artificial intelligence. Because
I'm serious. Like if you really look on there, when you look on those little commercials or clips or reels or whatever that are sponsored ads for you to come in and sign up for the things, how do you know that's a person that's telling you, "Oh, come date on Christian Mingle"?
You should know that's not a person after you saw Catfish. Like they got stuff. No, I'm serious. They got stuff that could seem like somebody's talking in their voice tone and everything.
Catfish.
I
don't really understand. And I'm not trying to
6 months without seeing you.
With all this technology,
I've
never seen you.
I've sent you
not one picture.
Because I love you.
I sent you memes on Instagram and not one picture of me.
Not one picture.
Not one FaceTime conversation. I don't understand how it happens.
It's dangerous, but now they got your voice tone.
Right.
And
certain words that you emphasize, they can mimic it. And a picture's all they need now. One time you
can send a nigga a fake picture. So if
somebody are getting fake pictures.
But what I'm saying is, I'm like, that ain't you. But
yeah,
somebody say I
pictures.
never seen you
in person, but they get
pictures.
My
they don't get
this,
pictures.
Like, it's trial and error. The COVID joint was like, let's see how they live without electricity.
Human interaction. We got electricity during COVID.
Right. My fault. Let's see how they do without human interaction. Let's see how they do with just them being the solitary. You know what I'm saying? Isolate them. Right. Okay. Then they come with that. I'm serious. Then they chop you down and say, hey, listen, let's cut this off to see how they roll with this. So they say, we're going to get everybody to see if we can get this app to let you know how your body temperature is. See if you got enough insulin in your body. And people will sit here paying for their stuff out of their wrist. Nah, man, like one day they're going to hit that button and say, take over.
Right.
I don't want no chip in me, bro. Not even a Dorito.
Nah.
It's crazy.
It's something, because I'm thinking when I saw that ad where they were like, you can hire me to advertise your building and stay in the background, your business, stay in the background. No one ever basically sees you. I'm the face of the business. And I'm looking at this woman talking. I'm like, damn, like you look like I wouldn't have thought you were a computer generator. And after a while, you start looking at you kind of say, okay, I can see that your tone you don't have normal human moments. Man, but if that's the case and they did that with this, then these apps that you're bringing into, you did it with that. So, and right now, like you made a good point, going 6 months without seeing anybody, people, even though all this flights over feelings and all that crap that they're doing out there right now, people are desiring human interaction.
Right.
That's why cuffing season is a thing. You can run around here all day and scream, I love to be isolated. I don't mind being by myself. But even the most, I don't want to be bothered by people, nigga, want to be bothered by people.
Listen, for you perverts out there with the blow up dolls.
What?
They're getting advanced for you too.
So the AI doll gonna talk to you?
AI doll gonna talk to you, feel on you, and it's gonna feel real. Listen, it's gonna get scary. It's on all levels. Like what I'm saying is this: they didn't bring the car in on just the gas car.
It's a plastic
they
woman
brought
that's
it in.
Gonna say, "Hey, Daddy, welcome home."
You see Rocky? You see Rocky?
You ain't seen it?
You saw Rocky with Paulie?
Man.
All right, then.
What my nigga said on Barbershop, he's like, yeah, she white. I had a black one, but the stupid bitch ain't know how to keep her mouth shut.
Yeah.
Like, It's
Like,
getting real.
What my
out
man
here.
said like 30 years ago. He said, "Hey man, my shit broke." She keep talking. I don't hooked in on that. Like
I done unplugged her. She keeps
keep talking, man. It's gonna get to that, and we won't have to plug them up. At least not outside the house. You got to be crazy to think we got to charge up headphones. We don't got to charge up a robot.
Right.
That's intimate.
Mm-mm.
It's gonna be cats out here working their whole life to get a $40,000 robot, man. Playing payments on it. Listen, you be at a restaurant, you forgot your payment, they go snatch your chick up from. Yo,
We gonna hold this as collateral till you bring that money back.
Yo, you'd rather go with her. She's a cheap date. She's a cheap date.
I ain't gotta feed her. She
We
ain't
talk
gonna
about
drink
it in the
nothing.
future. She ain't gonna want nothing. She don't drink. If I
I
get her
don't
to
think
drive
it's in the
home,
future. They doing
yo,
it now.
she just stick a pinky in the parallel parking. Woo.
Yeah, I got a designated driver every time.
Let me tell you, these women out here, these BBLs, these. Hey, listen,
Wait a minute. What y'all ain't gonna do?
I ain't getting on. I'm just saying the robot gonna come stack like that.
Because you know how productive a man robot would be?
Yes.
He handles stuff. He
Oh
don't
no,
complain
it's
when
like I
cuddling.
said, it's both sides.
Yeah, he's not just talking about
When
the
they came
woman.
out with the T model, they didn't have it in wheels no more. They realized we got to get more control.
My man
Everything
robot
gets
ain't got a
upgraded.
side chick. It's a great experience.
You seen our robot? They upgrade every 2 years.
Listen, well, I'm
And
telling you,
there's 5.
the benefits of the guy
I don't
and the
want it.
benefits of the female having a robot. When you say stop, you can just pull out. He might go crazy in here, man. Listen, he might straddle you down. You think an ape strong. Listen,
Sorry. Listen.
you
Now,
ladies
I don't wanna be
may have to
choked.
just keep with the dildo for a while. Y'all
You don't want to be choked and die because you got
You
a
be seeing the
whole
commercials. You
robot.
let this robot get on top of you.
Too
You've been
aggressive.
ruptured. You've been split.
This is destroying my cuffing season. Wait a minute. I don't want.
Oh, I'm sorry. Cover season with robots. That's
Because-
Back to the Future. I'm sorry.
Cuffing season is in though, fellas.
It is.
200 plus. You got to be something to do something. That's what they want. It's getting cold. Them skinny
She
niggas
want
about
a
to be out.
puppy. She want a big dog. Listen, that's my
Cuffing season is
favorite
in.
trend on TikTok.
Listen, big boys. This is where we thrive.
This is your time to shine, baby.
You don't have to do too much of nothing, but
That's a lie.
keep a clean beard,
Keep a clean beard.
smell good,
Brush your teeth.
This
keep
why
a
the
nice smile,
this why the
and a good
robots gonna
conversation.
win right
And
there.
you in
First
there.
of all, your
If you
little
could
cute
tr-
smile and your food and your nice smelling self still got to do other stuff. We still want to date. We still want to go places.
Now listen,
And the
If
big
you-
boys gonna do that.
the big boys.
Now, when you're right, you're right.
Certain big boys, listen. I don't know about them, but the ones who underperform. All right, it's cold. You don't have to go right in right away.
Take your
Okay,
time.
I'm not saying diddy her, but wine and dine her a bit. Spend a little bit more time at the table with the wine.
Listen,
And
it's
she
cuffing
may
season.
forget about what you trying to propose to her. But for all the big boys that are at the par, this is how
This is your
damn it.
season, and if
This
you
is
try-
where we should. This is how much income tax money you know you're gonna get. Okay, this is where it counts. This isn't preseason. You're in the game. Buckle
Hey,
up your
listen,
chin strap and make a tackle.
preseason is over. If you're trying to be signed by the weekend before
Cuffing
Thanksgiving,
season.
You excited? You ready?
No, I'm already.
Well, clearly,
Come on,
but I mean, understand that.
I'm just trying to. I'm trying
I'm
to
trying to
motivate the other
encourage.
guys. The other
I'm trying
guys
to encourage.
250 and up. Listen, man, don't be a fool, man. Like the
do
skinny-
something to do something.
Listen,
Them 250 ones. Then listen, now they are in the winning season right now.
you don't have to tell me.
You see
I'm
them
not
out there,
only a
just, they
client, I'm
all
the
out
player
here.
president.
They just living
Listen.
life. They doing all kind of stuff. They all in the reservations. They just out there.
Listen,
Trying
just
to tell you something. Sign your contract the weekend before Thanksgiving, and you are good to go.
you're good. You're good to tax season.
If you can get it by Halloween, though.
If you get it by Halloween, now that's extra.
If you get it by Halloween, you good.
Because if you get it by Halloween, you may be able to go to the Thanksgiving dinner.
Listen,
Right, listen.
The only thing problem.
But
only
you know me
problem
when it comes to
about
that
cuffing
Thanksgiving dinner.
season.
If you don't get the I see you, nephew, don't take her to Christmas.
I don't know with AI and stuff. Everybody gonna do Thanksgiving off of FaceTime. You ain't gonna be
Nah,
in the
when
same room
when
no
she don't
more.
eat the potato salad, we're gonna know right
There
away.
ain't no
That's
food
a
on the
bot.
shelves. You can't go out there and have
If
your
you got a
food.
bot,
Listen,
if you got a bot in here,
she say
she got a bot. T.
Unc might want a butt.
Unc ain't gonna want a bot.
Listen, she
Unks
don't.
might
If
want
she
box.
say she don't want the
Man.
macaroni, wait a minute, what?
And Viagra won't help in the future. A robot never get tired.
I'm telling them
Guys
robots
be around
gonna
here-
demolish men.
Man, guys be around here busting their heart.
You can pick what you
Heart's
want.
gonna bust. Heart's gonna bust.
It's gonna be a
I
great
took
day.
two-
I'm trying to tell
I
you.
took 2 pills. I'm here in the house all weekend. Don't come see me.
I'm trying to
Just
tell
me
you.
and my
It's gonna be a
robot.
great day.
It's gonna be crazy.
Gotta love it.
No, but serious, cuffing season is coming here, man. I'm just ready for the weather just to take.
I know
a
it
chill.
don't feel like I'm about to say. I know it don't feel like it's still warm out here.
It's been teasing us. It's
still
out of the
warm out
past
here.
14 days. It gave us 2 days of like, especially after the rain came through.
But see, yes, that storm had us in the house.
The storm.
But then that storm happened Friday night.
Before the storm,
Saturday by 2:00, man, it was 85 degrees.
I was talking about the springs before the storm, but not this past storm. Remember we had a good bit of rain before that.
Yeah, but that ain't really cuffing season. Cuffing season when the leaves start falling off.
No, it's cuffing season now. It started in August.
Leaves falling off, man.
They don't. In what August? Labor Day.
August.
Labor Day still ain't been
No,
here.
they
Niggas still at the beach and pool.
You're recruiting in August. In August, you like, let me scout. It's scouting season in August.
That's when women started scouting.
Yeah, they started scouting in August.
Listen, that might.
No, a good 250 guy. You didn't recruit in August.
That's what I'm saying.
The day you wrote, the day they said it's fall, that's the day you put on your game face.
No.
You might stay out late the night before, but when that fall kick in, the 250 guy kicks in.
He kicks in.
And do your job, man. Don't let the 250 membership guys down. And for the slim guy,
down.
No, man, we got a reputation of when it's cold outside.
Oh, sweet Jesus, bless your heart.
Listen, on another note,
bless
that song
your
is a
heart.
threat.
What about that game this past weekend, bro?
Which one you talking about, man?
Georgia, Alabama.
Okay, because I thought you was gonna talk about yours. We gonna get to yours in a minute, though.
I didn't even mention mine.
I know it's coming.
What's
I know it's coming.
What's
I know it's
mine?
coming.
No,
Here
what's
it
mine?
goes.
No, it's
He's about to start.
What's mine?
I think it was an AFC game.
What AFC game you talking about?
I don't know. It was like some team had on black jerseys or something like that.
We had on black. We called it the Air Force One game.
Air Force One.
Did we kick ass?
Y'all won. Y'all definitely.
Here you go.
Y'all definitely won.
I know we won. Did we kick ass?
I mean,
It's
the boy
Air
looked
Force
good.
One game.
I mean, first offensive play, the boy wearing 79 yards.
Who did that?
That boy named Derrick Henry did that.
King Heribity.
That boy.
We call him King Heribity.
Yeah,
He's him.
that guy.
Lamar Hemity Jackson.
Yeah.
He's him.
Something's
But
wrong
We're
with
on
you.
our way.
But the Bama Georgia game,
That was crazy though, for real.
it was beyond crazy because Bama was whooping their ass. Like I think it was 28-3 at the end of the first quarter.
It was.
And everybody's
It
like,
was.
"Oh yeah, this one is over."
I turned it off thinking that.
No. Thankfully, we was having a few shots. And I just kept looking back at the TV like, "Yo, these boys have scored again. These boys have scored again." To the
Listen.
fact where I looked up and Georgia done took the damn lead.
When I tell you we
And this is like in the
sobered up,
last 3 minutes of the fourth quarter.
you could tell you can sit and laugh all day long. But when I tell you sobered up, you said, "Nigga, did they just do what I think they just did?"
And the freshman, the 17-year-old kid, he's supposed to be at school right now.
He's
Complaining
at
about-
school.
Yeah, he's
he's at
He's
school.
supposed to be at high school.
He's at school.
Complaining about extra credit or something. Right?
And the game was how ESPN has them instant classics.
Mhm.
This was the instant classic.
Right.
Instant classic. Worth every minute. No, I'm
Georgia
lying.
literally
I'm lying.
scored, got
I'm lying.
ahead.
The second half was worth every minute. The first half was a really like, man, I was flipping between different games. But that second half of that game,
Bama caught
everything
that
you thought it was
ball,
going to be.
ran
Yeah.
it straight
Everything you
back.
thought it was going to
Yeah.
be. I mean, to the fact where Bama was number 1 and they beat Georgia. They was number 4. Now they number 1.
Wow.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that victory put me
What
at
was
the
that?
top.
38-35, right?
No, 38-45.
41-34.
Yeah, was it?
Okay.
41-34.
Yeah, because the touchdown
Yeah.
when he got the interception.
Yes.
That's crazy, man. I like where we're at in college sports right now due to the fact that
I do too.
this players portal allow all schools to be pretty much on the same level.
Everybody playing good ball.
Right. If a player want to transfer, is doable now. You know,
Speaking of what, you got 2 players that say, man, y'all can give me what y'all say just gonna give me. I'm sitting out.
huh?
You know the boy from UNLV? He said he's sitting out.
Word.
He was promised $100,000 in an NIL. He ain't seen the dollar yet. He said, "Well, I ain't playing no more."
Mm.
Oh man.
Said he gonna transfer. It was another man who just did that too.
Deion Taylor.
No, he good right now. He got his boy.
But I mean, you understand what I'm saying? Like, it's good that I think that's honestly why Saban stepped down because Saban realized everybody's about to get the secret sauce
Oh yeah.
to the McDonald's patty.
He ain't gonna have
opposed to just him.
powerhouses.
Should
3
have
years
seen
no
him
more.
sitting in
Yeah.
the back. Remember how he was sitting in the back watching like they just like I left him.
Yeah. Like I mean, they look good, but I let you know the player factory, the recruiting pool, the coaching
big.
staff. That let you know how it's just a well-greased machine.
It's big now,
It
bro.
is.
They
It
have a
is.
standard, bro, and that's crazy. So imagine those players who left Bama, who got that ingrained in them and embedded in them,
And
and then they went to other school.
and they showing out.
That's
Them boys out there showing.
so
out.
slowly but surely, this
It's
will be a
gonna be
neutral
great.
ground.
It's
When
gonna
it
be
comes
great.
down, it comes down to the individual athlete, not the school and the
Mhm.
prestige of the school, right?
Right.
All right.
Because you got the boy out there playing for Dion in Colorado.
Right.
Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
Play both sides of the ball.
Correct.
They got the boy in the Heisman conversation.
Correct.
And he plays for Colorado. He ain't at Bama. He ain't at Georgia. He ain't at Miami. He ain't at Ohio State. This boy's in Colorado.
But they can say it's credited Prime recognition as well.
I mean, but
I agree wholeheartedly.
And that's why Prime went there, to get these other people some recognition.
They
and
did.
now, because you would have never heard of this guy, I promise
State.
you would have never heard of him. No, even in Colorado, if Prime wasn't the coach.
I agree.
Because that many Colorado games wasn't going to be on TV.
I agree.
And you missing out on a talent like what this boy possesses. And I think it's like you said, even playing field now.
Even playing field
now.
On a deeper level than that, man, Prime will put in the other retired Black African American athletes,
Making them coaches.
making them coaches, making them position coaches.
Making them coaches, bro.
He put them in a position to have a direction for positions. And that's cool. Whereas if
Prime.
you may see Warren Sapp, who's a defensive lineman coach now, probably been USC defense coordinator 6 years from now.
Not even that long.
I'm just giving an example.
Not even that
And
long.
just that's because the coaching tree is hell.
Hell yeah.
So shouts out to Prime, man. Like a lot of people criticize it for like
Prime.
and you know, a lot of people criticize these fathers that's just going a little extra. They got a certain platform for the kids, like Serena Williams, Richard Williams. You got like Floyd Mayweather. You got like Ball. You got like, you know.
I don't see the problem.
No, I don't see the problem either.
I don't see the problem.
Ken Norton. My thing is, if I'm in a position
to put my son in that position,
my son's gonna be in that position.
I mean,
sorry,
it just makes
nepotism
sense.
at its finest, but I'm doing it.
I'm doing it.
That's my son.
You'd
my
almost be
brand.
foolish
doing it.
not to do it, to be honest.
You will be foolish not to do it.
I'm doing
Also,
it.
you'd be foolish not to vote. You'd be foolish not to know what's going on in the presidential election.
That's
right
where
now.
I wanted to go next. Because
You
next
sure
week
did.
we're trying to have somebody on this show to get to the nitty gritty of what's on the ballot. Because of course everybody's looking at Kamala and Trump. There's a whole lot of people that's going to be on this ballot that you need to pay attention to.
A whole lot of people on this ballot we need to pay
I
attention to.
agree.
You know what I mean? It's a lot of people on this ballot. Yeah, we already know the presidential thing. We know that's coming up. But the other people is who you need to vote for to get what you want done. Because you can vote for your guy Trump, but if all Democrats win other seats, you ain't gonna get shit. And vice versa. We can put Kamala in there, but if all the Republicans win the other seats, we not gonna get nothing from this woman.
And do your research. Just because they don't have the heavy campaigns and the big promotion, these people play a pivotal part of what's going on within the next ensuing years of this country. and what you need to do is find out who these people are. Don't just vote for them because they're white or black. Don't just vote for them because they're tall or short. Find out the policies. Find out the policies of the past. Find out what they voted for. And contrary to what they may think they spend on the campaign, a pattern is someone's going to show up. So if a person is promoting a negative and racial approach towards things, when they come to the forefront and they need your vote, don't be fooled by the fact that they brought chicken and hot sauce in. They're relieved now. So, like I said, it's not even a race thing. It's about policies. It's about where do you want to go in the future? Where do you see yourself in the future? And if you're at a certain age, it's not even about your stinking ass. It's about your kids. Like,
I agree.
Your kids got to be in a certain position. It is your duty to place them in that position, even if it's down to a vote.
You got to. And people, and I don't want to talk bad because I know a lot of people who say this, but
talk bad.
No. I'm just saying.
We done lost all our sponsors and it's just us.
It's just us now. It's just let's go. No, but people say I'm not gonna vote for anybody, man. You not voting is a vote for the other candidate. Just put it like that. You don't want to vote for her because she's a black woman. So you not vote for her is a vote for Trump. I'm telling you right now. Because his people are going to vote. And vice versa. Once again, you not voting for your man because we going out to vote this year. I'm just telling you. So vote. Exercise your right to freaking vote. Please.
You and I had this conversation earlier. You know, when Obama was going in, there was a lot of hip hop artists. I mean, you know, say what you want to about him.
Did he change that?
Yeah, but did he change that? For it with the vote and everything. Right now, with all of this stuff going on, they're not able to do what they used to do, even when it comes to donating money campaign wise. But the reality of it is, it should not take an influencer to influence us to do the things that we have to use every day.
That's true though, bro. It shouldn't, but it does.
And that's why we need it, because niggas was eating Wheaties because Michael Jordan's on the box. Wheaties is nasty as hell.
But that's kind of.
It wasn't the fact that Wheaties taste good or not. It was the fact that Mike was selling you the image like, I eat this.
Exactly.
I jump like this and I eat Wheaties, so you may get a bit of jumping ability.
So what I'm saying is, you get the Diddy's and the Killer Mikes. I make money like this,
But that's what
I'm
vexes
gonna
me,
vote for
because
this.
we're talking about policy now. We're not talking about product. My whole thing is like, we talk about
Oh, this is
policy.
a product. Who you vote for is the
The
product.
American people is the product.
No. Who you vote for is going to determine the product you receive.
Oh, I could agree.
So they are the damn product.
But the
They
fact that right now, if they get on the internet and tell us we need toilet paper, everybody goes and buys it. At some point, you have to pay attention to these people who are showing you all this stuff are really not doing nothing for you. Yeah, Diddy did all that, and he made people go out there and vote because he brought it to our attention. But the reality was, you the one going to court and got to deal with that DA.
And he voted.
You are the one who had to send your kid to school,
And he voted.
and that board member determines whether your child is expelled or
Even
not.
after you vote, you got to be in your best behavior.
You put, I mean, and you know, shouts out to him, especially with him finding the arrests were made today in the case of Juju. Justice for Juju Vanyetta. I'm so glad to see that they're bringing you justice for your son. My baby was one of your baby's best friends, and those kids are highly impacted by the loss of their friend. But with Leon Lott and different people, how those cases are getting solved, what's going on in your area, how fast they're showing up, how fast they're keeping the streets clean. You know, these young niggas is wilding.
They wilding
So
like
when
hell.
you are looking at these elections, yeah, it's cool that Mike or whoever told you to vote, but you're the person impacted by the decision that's made. Y'all know we put Alvin's crazy tail in office that time.
Yep.
Because he just had a name, like you said, and we just picked it. And you saw me, you were like, Alvin Green, who? This
Came out of nowhere. They just put some money behind the boy.
That's all it was.
But
put
it
a battery
was
in his back.
also a test to show how we move and do.
How ignorant, because of a popular name of where did he come from? What does he do?
We put him in
What
there.
has he done? But the name, who is he? That was more intriguing than what he has presented to his policy,
It
right?
was.
And he got votes there. Until he was
It's
exposed.
terrifying. So, like, I know what you're saying, where those people had the influence to make stuff happen.
They do.
But at what point do you wake up from that sheep mentality? Because them same influences are the ones that made parents send their 16-year-olds into the studio with R. Kelly. Now you want to have a fit about it because you know it went down, but you knew it was going to go down when you sent them there.
But I hear what you're saying on that part too. But you got to understand, the Beehive and the Swifties endorsing Kamala, that just got that woman 2 more million votes.
That's true.
It's off of influence.
It's
They
so
have
sad.
no
Yeah, yeah.
idea. They have no idea what her and Walsh is
I
about.
agree with that. I'm just saying, all I'm saying is I'd rather be influenced off what my eyes are seeing opposed to what my ears are hearing.
Bro, that's because
And-
we're of a more mature age and we know what's going on.
No.
Whoa. I'm not telling everyone. I'm talking about
I
the
could
three
be
of us.
19. I could be 19, bro.
No,
Like,
hell no. I promise you right now, a 19-year-old, like right now.
No, not to the level of what I was. My mind frame wasn't wrapped around politics at 19 because it didn't concern me. But what I'm saying, whatever
But
it was,
did concern you.
yeah,
at
it
19.
did. It did, but not as much. You understand? It was more so still mom decision, grown up type things. When you start getting into the world, you realize like, okay, my vote counts, cool. But what I'm saying is, whatever I was focused on at 19, you still couldn't sway me because that's the popular thing to do.
Because you
When
got
they're
it, but
forearms
it's a reality check for many of us. Like,
gotta pay attention.
it's a many adults. Everybody old ain't mature. Like, there
Right.
are a lot of people who out here speak a good game,
Right.
but their reality is based off of influence and what somebody tells them and what people do, because they're people pleasing. I mean, I'm not talking about people pleasing like you want people to be happy. I mean, you're following the trend because you don't want to look like you're the individual, even though it sounds good to say it. The reality is, Alvin Green was a surefire way to prove that y'all don't read.
Right.
I don't care how much of I'm more mature than that. Yeah, your mature ass voted Alvin Green.
Right.
And that was a test. The reason that the stores are all empty right now, your mature ass didn't read. It's a reality check for many people, but you got to get out there, because I'm telling you.
I'm blaming AI again because I'm serious, man. Because like you got to take the good with the bad in life, man. We used to love Sports Center, right, bro? Then after a while, people start getting their podcasts. We stop paying attention to Sports Center. We start going to the personalities that we like, and we feel as if they got pretty much our ideology of life, right? Okay, with those things and those people who aren't certified journalists, they don't. It's a certain code that is erased. It's forever lost. So now you got a whole bunch of people with these opinions, and they're not necessarily right. It's just that they did what their professor said right. Like they probably sold 50 million records, but what they're speaking on doesn't make them right. That's what politics has done. Politics has pulled rappers, actors, dancers, entertainers of all levels in to sit here and side with what I said because they like the way I do a certain TikTok dance. Like the information has been lost, the credibility has been scarce, but it's to the masses. Like valuable and valid credibility.
I definitely can agree with that. I can agree with that. That's how you got to do your own research. Do
It's
your
a
own
massive
research.
reality check for many of us. And I'm glad that the conversations are happening because unfortunately, reality is behind closed doors. A lot of things are not taking place like they should. So I truly do hope that we are having those conversations. People are being educated.
And don't let Diddy distract you.
Diddy can't. I
Don't
mean,
let
Diddy's a
Diddy
distraction.
Don't say no, he
but
can't, because yes, the hell he can.
It is. It's a distraction.
Yes, he
and it's all a
can.
distraction right now.
It has
There's
been
so many distractions out there, but it is a thing of common sense. We gotta get on the ball and grow up because I'm gonna tell you right now, whether they own it or not, if you, and this is me going to my moment, so on a spiritual level, it's something coming, and a lot of people who feel things can feel it. But I promise you, that time we was locked down for COVID, it's a moment of isolation and sitting inside that's coming again. I don't know when, but you can feel it on the
We
horizon.
about to be like Mad Max.
We're gonna be sitting up inside the house, looking around like, how did this happen?
Book of Eli.
And you got to get yourself in order and prepare for that because it's a lot of stuff happening around us and we're missing it left and right.
People ain't gonna be able to live off the land, and those who
They
do,
don't know how.
those who do that live off the land are gonna kill more people to save the
to
cattle
save
that they
their
just
land.
killed.
Let me tell you
Like
something.
they're gonna shoot a
Save the
deer.
land.
It's gonna be 14 people they're gonna have to kill to keep that deer because it's so
Shouts
scarce
out.
of knowledge.
I just told my best friend this the other day. Shouts out to her cousin. We laugh all the time how crazy Carlos is. If you know Tish, you know cousin Carlos. But let me tell you something. When I tell you
Name
somebody, name dropping. I
What?
told him I would too. When I tell you somebody who knows how to live off the land and make sense, I said, Carlos, there's an apocalypse coming. What we gonna do? That man said, get you 2 chickens. Because one thing about chickens is chickens gonna make chicken.
That's true.
He said, you gonna have eggs and you gonna have meat. Because chickens gonna make chickens. You just gotta know what you're doing. I said, what about the planting? Many people don't know how to garden. Many people don't know how to plant and
They
live
don't know nothing
off
about
of it.
agriculture. They don't know nothing about
They don't.
the soil. They don't know nothing about
It's not being
how
taught
the,
though.
how the sun sets on your plants, how much water, how
That's
much
not what's being
irrigation.
taught,
you have.
bro.
We're not being taught that, but what I'm saying, like, this is the essence, this is the origin of humanity. This is survival 101. And that's what I'm saying. Like, they've got you so wrapped up and caught up on trends and fads and brands that you're not even thinking about your brand, your last name. Like they Dame Dash, he got laughed at about it, and we like looked at him as a buffoon because he wasn't a popular person to say that, to present the message, but the message was clear. It was concrete. He's basically saying, like, you're working for your namesake. Like right now, like I said, like it's not even about you. I would love to put myself in a sacrificial position where I would have to sit here and be evident that I made the best decision for my boys and my family in the future. A lot of people are not gonna live selfless like that, but this is the time we have to. Like, I'm willing to stop hanging out in the garage to chill with my guys, watch the game, and show my kids how to plant.
Because the
apple tree.
reality is, and I don't care how many people out here talking big and tough, it's okay to have, and it's cool to build and to properly plan. But what happens when those credit cards can't help you? What happens when that 401k that's on the internet, you can't even get online because you can't access it?
Y'all know how the game go. Click. Y'all niggas seen this shit before.
Yeah.
Real niggas know how to make a way.
You got to make a way. And it's a lot of people who
Daddy
don't
told you,
know
right?
how to do that.
Niggas wasn't listening.
What happens when all the stuff that makes you the man now is not there no more? Can you still be the man or the
When
woman
nobody's cheering.
when
nobody's
nobody's cheering?
boosting your ego, and you really got to go out here and catch a chicken, string his neck, pluck him, gut him. When you got to go out here and catch fish, when you got to go out here and live off the land, when you got to understand survival, when you got to understand what's poison ivy, when you got to understand, like,
people can do it.
because it's not been taught. Like, Boy Scouts is on a complete decline now.
It is like
Living in nature, visits to the Grand Canyon, visits to the national park, Central Park. It's on a decline. It has a standard. Yes, it still sees about 5 to 15 million people a year, but what happened to it? It was consistent at 50.
Like you had to get on the wait list to get in.
Right.
And I'm
None of that.
very curious with all this stuff we got out here and we done made an idol out of. What happens when none of that's relevant?
Idolizing men.
Yes. What happens when you
That's
can't pick the phone
Babylon,
up?
really, that's what they say.
That's I'm trying to tell you.
It's a great book.
It's
Last
a
Man in Babylon.
conversation
Y'all need to read that.
Talk about voting. Talk to your families. Talk to your people about what you got in office, but also sit down and make a plan.
Right.
Figure out if this was to happen, how do you do it? What happens when the phone's not there, the likes aren't there, the people aren't there, the credit cards don't work, you can't access the online stuff? Can you do what you have to do for bare survival? And many people are, as my grandma would say, up shit creek without a paddle.
That sound like thick stripper.
Thank you. So I had to get that out, but it's a conversation to be had because a lot of
We
y'all
love
walk
y'all.
around here like I'm the man.
Ma, we
Gonna be the woman.
Listen, we love y'all. Listen, like I tell you,
Listen.
I'm gonna let you in a little like a conversation we had because I don't care, right? Chris said everybody got a new closet, and I got offended. Like, no,
No, we don't know.
I got on the same
You
fatigue.
know, new over here. Keep new clothes.
Like, social media got y'all thinking.
Y'all go back and look at.
I had
season
this
2. I
shirt
had the
on
same
a
shirt
month
on.
ago. I can't wear it again. Reality got me like,
Hell.
you wearing that again? This is the second time this week. Like,
My wash and dry.
you know, I can care less what's going on outside of the house.
You got to.
You understand what I'm saying?
My
But like,
wash
that's
and
how
dry
social media got some people thinking. I wore the shirt a month ago. And
Not me.
real life got me like, you wearing that again? You just wore it
I
2
just
days
had it
ago.
on.
It's
Yesterday.
real life. It's sad to watch how many families were devastated because the electricity was out for 5 days. How many people did not think, instead of throwing that meat away, let me grill it? How many people did not think, and some neighbors did. Some neighbors grilled all their food and fed people who didn't have none. But
Dope
it
neighbors,
went to
dope
show
neighbors.
you how dependent we are in so many ways. So again, find you somebody of size to cuff with.
Choose something to
Enjoy
do
the
something.
football while we got it.
Good
The
seasons.
diddler
NFL,
did it.
and
I
vote.
pray that they find a common ground that works out for the port employees and for the community. Vote, please vote, and make a plan.
And help the next man if you can.
Help the next man if you can. I'm getting some walkie-talkies. Try to
Spread
tell you
love
now.
the Metro way.
We got walkie-talkies for
All
kicking
right.
our dads.
Good night.
Peace.
The walkie-talkies don't go that far.
Yes, they